Hey YouTube, back at React Pack, and I'm Blake.
I'm Rose.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is Haikyu, I'm fighting a sneeze. This is episode 3. Last time we saw that he had accepted his position as ball boy, and he wanted a new perspective, which is also the name of this episode.
Ooh.
So, what do you think that new perspective is going to be?
Kind of like what we discussed last time, where he's gonna learn being a ball boy. He's gonna improve his regular player skills somehow. That's what
round out his skills,
Round out his-
basically.
yeah.
That does seem to be what the ball boy is end up doing, being the guy that grabs the ball and stops the hits. We did see in the previous episode where he was like intensely staring at the crowd. I mean, the group of them. I thought that was to imply that he was learning, but I guess in hindsight it was more supposed to be just him wishing he was there intensely. So now we shall see him learning. I'm guessing what's the thing. So guys, if you guys want to see more, our schedule's on our homepage. Like if you like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you afterwards in a lengthy discussion. Bye bye.
He steps out.
Are you
Goes
guys?
to intensely mop.
You guys hot in here?
No.
How creepy! You would think that.
He's learning now.
This is what high level people play like.
He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you can't tell. Maintenance of light on his feet. He's finding wrong memories.
Splits. Weird form, but okay.
Nice.
Of course. Of course.
So there's a lot of styles.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the balls.
You're not gonna hit me.
Oh. He's a fan.
He's like, I can't take this.
Oh, they're all cold.
Alright, I forgot he loves being praised.
He has been praising forever.
Right. It's just to get to your place.
But your hands are full.
Yeah, I don't know how he was gonna catch that with 2 balls in his hand.
Yeah.
So watching game recordings would really help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should I eat?
What should I use your... You listen.
Yeah. Pops the ball.
Tanaka. I remember Tanaka.
Yeah. Somehow stupidly cool.
Nope.
Oh, fail.
For some reason, I thought they were all going at the same time. I'm
Yeah.
like, how is he supposed to catch all those?
Is that what he sees?
About his brethren.
The most random.
He's like, you're on the same team. Are we gonna
I think
transfer?
once we...
We're gonna see.
I honestly think he's getting his butt kicked.
Yeah. Smug.
Why is he smug right now?
I don't know. He's like,
I'm so cool.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Owl?
He was on the cover.
This man's
for-
eyes are literally
Yeah.
an owl. They didn't even try. He's used to Hinata.
He's setting
Hinata
it
going
to
for it.
Anyone else knows he has an aura now?
Yeah. Like, should we call somebody, please? Why? I feel like I need to do something.
They feel
Like-
responsible for him.
He's like, he's rubbing away my laziness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even I feel bad about that.
He says no. Oh. It's like, are you gonna kill me? Oh, it's over.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Okay. That was interesting.
That was
So-
great.
He changed his perspective.
Yes. And it was a lot more satisfying than I expected. I was
Yeah,
very
I
happy
don't
with
know
that they did
why,
it.
how, like, it was such a doing nothing episode, but it was still so exciting. I don't know.
That's this show.
Yeah, it's its specialty.
I used to have a real problem with it, but I eventually got into it. But towards the end of the first season, Second season kind of lost me. The third season brought me back, but I think I like this more than I liked the third season. Even though the third season was a spring tournament. I think.
I think that it was the spring tournament, and then season 4 was the one match.
This is season 4.
This is it. Okay.
I'm fairly certain that I barely watched season 3, but I remember what happened. I feel like I remember that. But yeah, for this episode, he learned a lot. There's a lot of styles to receive. You just have to find which one fits for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are different ones for different situations, which is
Right.
going to be a real hard skill to learn. But we saw him starting to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's only 2 days he's been here, so that's amazing.
It's only been 2 days.
And look how much he's picked up already. He's catching all the balls except for that last one.
Yeah.
But one thing. Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, one thing. The black-haired coach guy was kind of saying. I don't know if he's a coach or assistant or whatever. He was saying how he has a lot of instinct.
Yeah.
But he not much experience. But then once he's able to gain that experience he needs and puts it together, it'll become intuition.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great summation of exactly what is going to happen, I think.
Yeah.
If you're motivated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't need latent talent if you're motivated, and he has talent and his motivation.
And he's
Yeah.
motivated.
It's
yeah.
just he's starting below 0. I feel like just his skills are trash.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And what's made it worse is he's kind of like what happens when. I can't think of a good real life example, but it's what's happened is he's been coasting on, just like we've talked about, he's been learning this one niche thing, depending on Kageyama, not learning any of the basic skills. So he's kind of been rising with the group without the skills he needs to stand on his own. So now it's like he's become this small fish in this big pond when he was always a small fish, and he just seemed bigger than he was.
Yeah. He just went to a different pond.
Yeah. So yeah.
no, finish.
No, I was just saying. So it's like he's finally having to learn these skills. So it looks like he is inept, but he's not. He's actually very, very talented, and he has the skills to gain the experience quickly. And I think that's what's showing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had finished, so I was going to transition over to speaking of big fish in small pond. We see Kageyama. It doesn't seem like he's struggling.
No, I was
he
gonna
just
say.
it's just starting out right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like much has really happened. A lot of those people we've seen them play against, so he's probably not going to struggle against like the owl guy very much.
We haven't seen the owl guy.
We haven't?
We haven't seen the owl guy. We haven't seen the yellow black like.
Oh, I'm not saying he
guy.
knows everybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying we've seen probably like one of those people before.
Oh, okay. I thought I recognized a couple others, but yeah. So he's at this big thing, and I hope he does well, because there was this guy. There's a psychiatrist guy on Twitch who he talked this one time, and he said the worst thing you can do to a really, the worst thing you can do to a prodigy is put them with other prodigies.
Yeah.
Because they go from their whole life being exceptional to being average, and the jarring change to that can literally break a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping that he can survive there. It doesn't look like he's struggling, but it seems like that's maybe he just starting, because
Right. That's just
it's like, oh, sorry, first half usually happens at the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing where people say like they peaked in high school, because it's literally the same thing. Like they were always the best in this one crowd, and then they go to a crowd where that becomes average. They don't know how to rise because they never had to before. A
lot of people who get those what do you call them, football scholarships and stuff like that, just because you make it in college football doesn't mean you're going to make it to NFL. And a lot of people find the hard way that once they get there, everybody else got here on that too.
Yeah.
And they're all trying to get to NFL, you know?
Yeah.
So, and if you just had natural talent and no motivation, you're going to fall out.
Yeah.
Even if you're way better than everyone else in every other school, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually all I wrote.
Yeah. So, in the beginning, the Shiratorizawa people, the people in the pink vests, they were saying, ew, it's creepy. Like when they saw Hinata. And what's his name? Wakatoshi said he hates it. Right. And that was, I don't know if he had gotten up at that time. So I said that Wakatoshi hates people who want to get to the top when he doesn't think that they have the skills or the ability to get there. So that's why he doesn't like Hinata.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you. That's funny because it's very divine right almost kind of thinking of like, because you were born with the abilities and he's like this monster where he's motivated and he's got the natural talent and physical attributes to be really good, but he looks down at everybody else. There's actually this thing where successful people often view it as, if you don't make it, life's not fair. I mean, life is fair because I made it. And if they look at other people who don't make it as, well, you just didn't try hard enough. So it's funny seeing him who views it as almost the exact opposite. Yeah. As you shouldn't be trying because you won't make it if you haven't been born into this level of strength or power or something.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But he obviously works for a lot of what he has. But
right.
He also physically very clearly has a lot of attributes that would make him very good at this.
Yeah, I think a great moment in the show will be when he acknowledges Hinata. Because
he kind of has.
I mean, not entirely. I think I want to see when he acknowledges him like the black-haired coach guy. Because remember when he was going on in his head, and then he was like, "I'm sorry for calling you empty." Yeah. My apologies, Hinata-kun. So I kind of want to. He's not going to be like to that extreme, but he'll I think mentally at least acknowledge the abilities that Hinata has and the motivation that is driving him.
Yeah, I think the black-haired coach was more coming from a place where he kind of always wanted to let him be here. True. I got the feeling of. It's just that I think he's just coming from a point where he's looking at him and is like, this kid's really good. Yeah. But it's actually also amazing that he had this much trouble leading up to this, because he's saying it's empty as in he came so bare bones with his skills, but he's good at stuff, which is why he said empty, I think. Yeah. But
he said there's no unnecessary filler, so he's literally just getting what he needs.
Yeah. He doesn't have any bad habits because he has no habits.
Yeah. And that coach is friends with Hinata's coach. They went to high school. Yeah, they went to high school together.
Oh. Cool.
And they were in what's it called? Volleyball team together. So yeah, Hinata was learning the light on his feet thing.
Yeah, the split step. Yeah, I wrote that down.
That was interesting. Cool. And it's cool. I always like it when they take like practices from other sports and apply it in a way in their own sport that makes sense. I always like that kind of thing.
There's actually, in the UFC, there are some Russian fighters who are actually known for being very agile. And what they would do is when they're a kid, they teach them wrestling a bit later, but they have them do dancing earlier. And because they do dance, I think it's the Russian guys, there's a couple guys who do it. Because they do the dance when they're younger, their limbs are stretchier by the time they move to wrestling. And they're more agile and more used to moving quickly. And so you actually see it in the ring where they say this guy, even though he fights the same style as that guy, for some reason, he's actually more agile and able to get out of situations faster than most others because of that background. So yeah, a lot of people will look at a sport and think, no, I'm a volleyball player. Who cares about tennis? Yeah. But you can learn something from everything.
Yeah. I really like that. That was cool.
And I was also happy that it wasn't just that one thing that he picked up from in this episode. Like I was a little afraid that it was gonna be like, that's the only thing he learns today, and then next episode, next thing.
Yeah, I'm like, no. He learns to look left.
So I was happy that he realized quite immediately that, I can't do just this. And notice how Wakatoshi.
Which one?
From
Shiratoja, the tall guy.
Wakatoshi. Yeah, he doesn't move compared to the other guy. He doesn't take any unnecessary steps at all, and he was noticing that immediately, like, wow, I guess this won't always work. So I was very happy to see that.
Yeah, that was cool. And also when he called the coach, he's like, what should I eat? And like,
like
he's thinking things through, like, as an athlete I should probably eat like an athlete.
Right.
My muscles need certain things and stuff.
I found that very funny.
The one guy who was going to leave, but he stayed to practice because he complimented him.
Yeah.
I just think back and got like 3 moments where he's been complimented, and ever since he's been surrounded by all these people who just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like,
he's like, I miss this. God, what this feels like. That was funny. And I was glad to see that they showed that Karasuno is still like carrying on, and they're still trying to perfect what they do on their own. That was cool.
Yeah, they need to be better on their own.
They need to,
It's every team has standout players, but you need to raise the bar because they're going to be getting better too.
Yeah.
And the last thing I have is, what do you think Suki's going to talk to him about? Like, I never understand Suki's mind because he's just an enigma to me. So I'm like, what does he care about Hinata? Like, what does he want to say to him? Like, why is he saying that every time he looks at him, he feels like he needs to do something? I don't get it. And I really have no clue what he would probably want.
I think he wants to get better at what he's doing.
Oh, that's what you... Oh, yeah, that would make sense. So he feels like
he wants to be motivated more.
Yeah, because
it pisses him off.
It's like, why do you do this to me?
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, if the blonde-haired guy, does he really... Why does he keep doing this? Because I remember when they first found him, they had, like, convinced him to come.
Yeah. And he almost quit once, too.
Yeah, and he got invited to this thing, and he goes to this thing, but I don't get any sense that he wants to be up there in the Olympics or anything, you know?
Yeah. He initially liked volleyball because his brother did volleyball, and he looked up to his brother. And then he was always the tallest kid in his class, so he started doing volleyball too. And people were like, "Oh my gosh, Suki, so awesome!" So he kept doing that, and I guess he kept liking it. So he just kept doing it, I guess.
Yeah, but it never really seemed like he did it because he wanted to. He did it because like other people liked that he was doing it. The feeling I get. I don't know. It just we haven't really seen enough of his character to like everyone else. I get the feeling these guys want to be great at volleyball.
Yeah.
I just don't get that from him.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember if it was season 3. I feel like it was season 3. Whatever season was before this. That we did get a little bit of a glimpse into him and his personality or his thoughts. There were a couple episodes about him.
His friend told him off. Yeah.
His friend told him off. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what happened. I can't remember what happened, but I just remember feeling closer to him after that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, his friend told him off because it's like, why don't you try? You're already good at this and you're doing it, so why don't you try more? And that motivated him some. I don't remember the exact conversation, but yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Same.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like on it and subscribe if you want to see more. This video comes out Tuesday, which is today. Haikyu comes out every Tuesday. And also Cells at Work will be tomorrow. So check the banner page of our channel if you want to see the schedule. So we'll catch you guys on the next one, and thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.